Emma, a determined 21-year-old college student, had found an unconventional way to pay for her education without drowning in debt. Working as a topless maid for wealthy clients, she earned $1,500 per shift, enough to cover her tuition at community college while pursuing her dream of becoming a nurse. With graduation just one semester away, she could see the light at the end of the tunnel. The work wasn't glamorous, but it was honest. Emma cleaned expensive homes for affluent clients, maintaining strict professional boundaries. Despite the nature of her job, she had never encountered serious problems, just the expected glances that came with the territory. She felt safe, respected her limits, and knew exactly when she would walk away from this chapter of her life. When Emma met Jake, a 25-year-old who seemed genuinely interested in her as a person, she knew honesty was crucial. On their second date, with her heart pounding and palms sweaty, she revealed her unconventional profession. She watched his face carefully, seeing the initial shock and discomfort cross his features like storm clouds gathering. "I work as a topless maid," she had said quietly, her voice barely above a whisper. "I clean houses for wealthy clients to pay for college. It's not forever, just until I graduate as a nurse." Jake's reaction was mixed surprise, uncertainty, but ultimately acceptance. He seemed to understand her pragmatic approach to funding her education, and after processing the information, he assured her he could handle it. "As long as it's not your life goal," he had said with a nervous laugh, and Emma felt relief wash over her like warm water. For 6 beautiful months, their relationship flourished. Jake proved to be everything Emma had hoped for in a partner: supportive, kind, and understanding. She began imagining a future with him, picturing graduations, career milestones, and quiet evenings together. Love felt real and attainable for the first time in years. Last Tuesday evening started like any other date night. Emma had invited Jake over for dinner at 7, planning to cook his favorite pasta dish and spend a cozy evening together. But fate had other plans. A serious accident on the bridge she always took from her client's house created a massive traffic jam, trapping her in her car for over an hour. Jake, hearing about the accident on the news, called her immediately. "Take your time, babe," his voice was warm and understanding through the phone. "I'll just hang out at your place." No rush at all. When Emma finally arrived home, exhaustion weighed heavily on her shoulders. The long day of work followed by the stressful drive had drained every ounce of energy from her body. All she wanted was to slip into comfortable pajamas and salvage what remained of their evening together. Walking into her bedroom where Jake was waiting, Emma didn't think twice about changing clothes in front of him. They had been together for 6 months. Intimacy and comfort had naturally developed between them. She casually pulled off her work shirt, reaching for a soft pajama top from her dresser. In that split second, everything changed. Jake's eyes fixed on her, taking in the sight of her topless form paired with the black shorts that comprised her work uniform. Emma watched in growing horror as recognition dawned across his face, not just intellectual understanding of her job, but visceral, visual comprehension of what she actually looked like while working. The silence stretched between them like a chasm opening in the earth. Emma could see the exact moment when the abstract concept of her job became concrete reality in Jake's mind. His expression shifted from love to something else entirely: disgust, betrayal, hurt. "I can't do this," he said, his voice hollow and distant. "We're done." The words hit Emma like physical blows. "What? Jake, what are you talking about?" But he was already gathering his things, his movements sharp and angry. "I'm sorry, Emma. I can't." Emma spent that night sobbing into her pillow, her heart shattered into pieces she couldn't begin to reassemble. The future she had envisioned crumbled around her like a house of cards in a hurricane. When Jake finally called the next day, she begged him to explain. "It's your job," he said coldly, as if that explained everything. "But you've known about my job from the beginning." Emma's voice cracked with desperation. "Why waste 6 months of my life? Why let me fall in love with you?" That's when the real cruelty emerged. "You're a slut," Jake spat into the phone, his words dripping with venom. "And you're an asshole for not understanding my perspective. I actually loved you, But you can't even see what this does to me." Emma stared at her phone in disbelief, tears streaming down her face. The man who had held her, laughed with her, made her believe in forever, had just reduced her to a single cruel word. All because he finally saw with his own eyes what he had claimed to accept with his mind. The betrayal cut deeper than the breakup itself. Emma had been completely transparent about her work, her goals, her timeline for leaving the job behind. She had given Jake every opportunity to walk away before their hearts became entangled. Instead, he had stayed, let her believe he accepted all of her. Then abandoned her the moment reality matched his imagination. What do you think about this situation? Was Emma wrong to expect consistency from Jake, or should she have anticipated this reaction? How would you handle dating someone with an unconventional job? Share your thoughts and feelings